Guys. This is probably the third live I've done on here. And today I wanted to come to you to talk about some opportunities working for our company. Right now, we are looking for employees and any contractors interested in doing log home restoration. Now, you can go to our website and you can check out why contractors partner with log masters. And basically, it just kind of goes over some of our benefits with working for a company because we do value our employees and our contractors. And being contractors ourselves in the past, we're very familiar with the daily work life and home life issues that you come into. So we've tried to create a company and services that will work for contractors and employees along with our clients. One of the benefits of becoming a contractor with our company is the fact that we actually believe that everyone should be their own entrepreneur. So we don't consider this a problem for us. There are ample log homes all across the nation. And really, there's just not a lot of log home service providers out there. So we are in high demand. In fact, we are scheduled out for a year, and most companies are scheduled anywhere between a year and 2 years to get to a contract. Now, the reason there's such a long period of time, and some of you may already realize this, is there's not a lot of youth entering this industry. Normally, as time in the past has been, we usually have a regular attrition, and then we end up getting more people from young people who have left high school and now are entering into the job fields. But many young people are choosing to go to college, and they're not really choosing labor fields in the sense of blue collar. This is a common problem even that Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs spoke in detail about. And if you go on our website, you can go to that video itself. So with that in mind, and considering all the complications of trying to find employees, we have started moving towards contractors. One of the benefits that I think is really amazing with being a contractor with our company that sets us apart from many of the others is our benefits package. Now, this means that if you are working as a contractor for our company, you can technically get AFLAC health benefits along with dental and vision plans, along with cancer and several other insurance options that you can participate in regardless of your company size. So if you have, let's say, 2 of you, you can still get that insurance through our company. This is something we have worked out with AFLAC and partnered with them so that we can provide contractors with the benefits they desire. That was one of the main things that we noticed with the employee attrition was not having a very good benefit package. And now our employees can have better benefits than before. So one of the great benefits with our company now that many contractors may not have with their business, as an employee with Log Masters, after a year of 1 year anniversary, you are qualified for 1 week paid vacation. We also follow the rules for Colorado sick leave across the nation for all our employees. So you accumulate sick hours the minute you start working for every 8 hours. Some of the other really great benefits as working for us as an employee is that we do like to promote within our company, which means if you start here, we want to work you to the point where you're actually managing contracts, and that can take some time. It may seem a little odd when I say this, but the experience you need can take anywhere between a year and 5 to gain ample experience to lead a crew all by yourself. And the reason being is that cabins are different. They're different in so many ways because they're uniquely made for each client, right? And because of that uniqueness, each one comes with unique challenges along with their environment. And we go into great detail about what we consider in an estimate on a blog called What We Consider for a Log Home Estimate. And you can kind of see all the varying things that we factor in when it comes to creating an estimate for a log home restoration or maintenance. So because with that said, that's the versatility that we run into. And so each project is brand new with brand new circumstances, brand new issues that we have to manage. And that kind of experience takes time. It takes many cabins, because typically one crew, for instance, can do, maybe depending upon their speed and how many people they have with them, let's say a 3-man crew doing a 1,500 square foot home restoration could take anywhere between 2 weeks, 1 week, 4 weeks. It really depends upon the crew and their level of experience and skill. Now, we do provide employee oversight, which means that we are ensuring that quality control meets the expectations of our company and services that our clients have come to appreciate and enjoy. Now, as a contractor, this just means that we will be overseeing the job and making sure it follows our expectations and the client's expectations. What's good about this is, for contractors, is when you show up to the job, we're going to show you what you're required to do beforehand. You know exactly the tasks before you. We've discussed them in detail and any problems we think that might arise. But when you show up, you're just going to do the work. No more having to deal with the clients, no more having to deal with the neighbors or any of that extra stuff. No need to go buy the materials, because we'll have those delivered for you. Any kind of skill that maybe you're not good at, we're willing to train you and show you how to do. And like I said, we do have a project manager on site at all times to oversee the job to make sure it is meeting the standards that we're expecting. And this is good because you get training for free. And in this field, it's a very niche. Log home restoration and repair and maintenance is very niche. There's not a lot of contractors doing this work, and it does have a good profit margin because of the high demand. That just follows the way it goes. When you got a high demand, you got better profit. When you got a low demand, low profit. And currently we're in high demand all over. It doesn't matter. I get calls from Canada. So if you're interested in doing log home restoration or maintenance, please get a hold of us. We would love to talk to you about the opportunities that we can provide, whether for employment, because we're always looking for full-time employees, but we're also looking for contractors across the nation. And this is currently, we're taking contractors from Colorado, Kansas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Iowa, Illinois, basically every state surrounding Missouri and every state surrounding Colorado. If you're a contractor and you're interested in getting some additional contracts for your business, we would love to talk to you about that in further detail. You're welcome to send us an interested email at info@logmasters.com. Just show us any log home images that you've already, or pictures of restorations and maintenances that you've done in the past. This can go for employees as well. Any skills that you currently already have, equipment that you have, tools that you have. This for contractors and employees, I will say this: you must have reliable transportation. Unfortunately, we have had a few people call us hoping that when they got the job that we would also pick them up for work every day. And unfortunately, we're not able to do that. So I am sorry for you that do not have vehicles or reliable transportation to get back and forth. However, I must say, if you do live in Springfield, Missouri, there's a high chance that we might be able to work out an arrangement to get you to work on time. But there is no promises for that. We prefer to have you'd have your own reliable transportation so you can get back and forth on time. This is very impromptu, and I apologize for the brokenness of it. I will try and do a better video in the future. But for the meantime, like I said, you can go to, I think I can screen share over here real quick. Let me show you. You can go to our website, And you can see, oops. If you go to our website and you go to the blog page and then click down here, you can see this wonderful little blog that goes into more details about why partnering with us is important or why you would want to, along with the table of contents so you can pick it out, what you want to read. But it's a good idea. Also, it explains like why we hire contractors in another email here. What are the benefits, stuff like the challenges and so on. Different classifications. There's the Mike Rowe video that talks about what we're dealing with in the blue collar industry currently and the struggles that we're trying to overcome. And so that kind of, there's also, if you're interested in getting your skill level up, one thing you could do that would be easy, get you ahead of the game on most people applying, attend a workshop. Attend a workshop. If you've attended one recently, let's say you're looking to get employment with us and you are thinking that to get your foot in the door and to be a better applicant, you would like to attend one of these workshops. And you've done this probably in the last 6 months and you're applying with us, just let us know that you recently attended one of these events. And if we may consider reimbursing you for that if you become an employee with us. But you can kind of go through, there's different events that are coming up in 2025 that you're welcome to attend. Like I said, this can up your game and skill level by attending any of these workshops. Like I said, they're very handy. And it also goes into where you can find a contractor if somebody's looking for one, but that's not really important. One of the other things you can go to our blog and check out real quick. Sorry for the lengthiness here. Got to get down to them. These are our service locations currently. So you can kind of see in a broad scale, these are the areas that this is where we have different, this is a remote office here, and remote office here that we are wanting to staff full-time. This one in particular, by the end of 2025, we want this fully staffed with a general manager, a project manager, and probably an office assistant, potentially, but no promises on the office assistant at this time. But project manager and GM, we are hoping to have a full-time residing person at that location by the end of 2025. So we are on the search for that person. We are also on the search for our Colorado's. Guys, I apologize. I've got real bad speech problems. We have a Colorado Springs location, and we have a remote office in Chesterfield, Missouri that we are also trying to fill. No office assistant necessary, no project manager. Just at this time, we're looking for future general managers of those locations and any contractors or people interested in employment with us in those vicinities. Now, as you notice, we don't have any additional stars in Kansas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, and so on. We do want to put stars in these states, but we have to do it in increments. So imagine if you're in New Mexico and you do log home restorations and you're thinking, wow, I'd really like to get in with this company now while it's young. And it is growing and it is making leaps and bounds in the industry. And I want to be a part of this because I think they're going to go somewhere. Just think about it. I know we have a few people over here right now in North Carolina that I need to check in with since the flooding that we've been working with, that we are talking about opening a branch on the East Coast to allow them, because we get a lot of calls from like Maine and New York and Pennsylvania and Virginia and even Florida. We've got potential contracts in Florida this winter, potential. But we don't have a branch there yet. But because we have all the demand coming from every direction, the possibilities are endless, really. So if you are interested and we don't have the state highlighted, let us know. I will say this, chances are if you're in California, we're not going to be going that direction anytime soon until certain things change. That's maybe Oregon, maybe not Oregon either. So excluding Oregon, California, Hawaii, those are probably the only states we're not going to have much work in coming anytime soon. But the rest, please, by all means, let us know. Our website is really good for checking out multiple things. There's also log home education that you can go to in here, which you can go through the different things about log home maintenance. And let me tell you something, if you're applying for a job with us, you want to impress us, go to our blog page and be familiar with at least what's on here in the log home education area. Please don't show up here and not know a thing about log home restorations, because we'll likely end that interview very short. You can at least get the basic knowledge by going to our website and getting familiar with at least some of the terms. We don't hire apprentices until typically end of March, 1st of April at the earliest in Missouri. And for apprenticeships in Colorado, we typically don't start those until June or July, if at all. We haven't had a lot of applicants this year, so we'll see what happens. Things can change. This video may become quickly outdated based upon our political climate and the presidential election, which is coming up. So, but like I said, you can go in here. I mean, this is media blasting, a complete guide. Get in here and learn about it. This is a hard job to do. You don't realize how hard media blasting is. It's not like pressure washing. It's similar to pressure washing, but it's different in that it's much more high powered and you're blasting sand instead of water. So there's a lot more strength involved, strength needed to be able to have precision with a media blaster. But you can kind of read through that stuff there. You can get to know us on our website, getting to know the log masters. You can go through our certifications, where we're service coverage, testimonials, the different people like the Colorado project manager. You can come in and see who he is and what he's about. You can read through their bios and get to know who they are. This is actually an old picture, Colt and them when they were much younger. I think Nick was in his early 30s there. So, and he's beyond 40. So there's plenty of stuff you can get on here and look at. You can look at the different services, and these services are pretty detailed. If you read through them, you can learn more in an overview. So if you're interested in working for us, please do us a favor. Go through our website, get familiar with the services, get familiar with all the blogs for that matter. The more you know about us, the better chances you're going to do well in an interview with our general managers. And if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to give us a call. Ask to speak to Dawn Smith, the business administrator, who can go into detail about employment. As far as contractors, you will be getting in a hold of either the Colorado general manager, who manages the Texas and Colorado branch, and then half of Kansas. Or you'll be getting a hold of our Missouri general manager, who manages his surrounding states and half of Kansas. So I'm hoping to hear from some of you. I know that currently I don't think anybody's watching, which isn't a surprise. Probably good that they didn't. But if you end up getting to this video and getting to the end, just know that we are very interested in more people coming to work for us. We have contracts until midsummer of next year ready to be filled. We have contracts in Texas, Colorado, Iowa, Kansas, Nebraska, Illinois, Tennessee, you name it. We have all kinds of contracts, and we really just need to find the skilled professionals to help us get these fulfilled. And yes, you will probably need to travel in this job. If you aren't aware of that, in this industry, what you have to remember is that you are going to be going to someone's home where they live. You're not going to be going to the office and being in the office all day. Your job is pretty much on the road. I know that's not convenient for many of you, and that may not be something many of you want. But for those of us who've worked in the construction industry for some time, we understand this is a part of the job. For some in the construction industry, they're able to stay within a 30-minute to an hour window of their branch location or headquarters. Unfortunately, in the log home industry, especially when it comes to restoration and maintenance and the current demand, which is nationwide, we are traveling all over. Now, we do pay general per diem per day for any travel days, and for employees, I should say, and we cover hotel fees for travel. Now, for the contractors, that's included in your contract price, which you'll negotiate with the general manager at that time as to what you need to make on the contract to get a fair pay. We want to make sure your pay is fair too. Like I said, we're in high demand, so it does help when it comes to profits when you're in high demand. So this is the time to get into this industry. If you've ever been looking for a niche business that has a high profit margin with high demand right now, this is it. And I would say we are experts. We have gone through a lot. There's plenty of experts in the industry, plenty beyond even us, 35 years plus on some people. Some people have 50 years plus, and some have 85 years plus because they've been doing it since before internet. We do have, we've been doing this since 2011, and they did it a little bit in 2010, but we'll start with 2011. And we've been doing it since, and it has given us many cabins within those years to get a lot of experience. So we have, between the two branches, a wealth of knowledge that combines into like 35 plus years of knowledge. If you add all of our employees up, you're probably looking at 40 plus years of combined experience among everyone. So we do have a lot of experience. We've seen a lot of things. Have we seen everything? Probably not. Because there's always new things that happen and things you just can't anticipate with log homes because there's so many factors that go involved into log home restoration. And I was going to mention that. I would say, if you get a chance, what we consider in a log home restoration maintenance is a valuable blog to read through because it's going to give you in great detail. I'm afraid I went a little overboard on this one, but it gives a lot of details about what we consider in the process. See, here's the table of contents. It's like, it's a lot. It just is a lot. I mean, you don't even think about all these different things that can impact your home. You know, even down here, like we take Google Map pictures. Why? Why do we take Google Map pictures? Well, we have to see what's around the home. Is there any conflict with a neighbor that's very close to this residence? Is there going to be trees in the way? Are there bridges and water nearby? There's so many factors that go involved in creating an estimate. And these are good things for you to become familiar with just because they help you understand the complexity of the log home industry and all that goes involved in that being in this industry. And so there's a lot of different things to consider. I highly recommend, like I said, reading through our blogs, getting familiar with what is already on here so they don't have to repeat it to you. And then that way you come in fresh and who knows, maybe you'll be our next project manager at Texas or some other state. We love this opportunity and we hope this is something that attracts more people to our industry and to our company. And I guess all I have left to say is thank you for watching this far and you all have a wonderful day and sorry for the length. I'm not very good at this, so I'm learning.